Hello, hello everyone. It's Regine. It's Thursday and I am here live. Yay! Not everybody made it today, so I am thankful for that. And I have some news. I'm getting glasses, y'all, because I can't see. I've been in denial about my need to wear glasses. And so at this point, the next time you see me, I will be having some spectacles on. So yeah, pray with me about that. Hey, Stacy. Hey, Nika. So today, hi, Valerie. Today, we are kind of, I think, wrapping up this whole purpose and passion thing. I'm not sure yet because I like to be organic about things sometimes. But I did definitely want to talk about visualization and the importance of visualization, how to use visualization. We're going to do a little visualization, and hopefully, as with all tools that we talk about here, hopefully you will use these tools in your everyday life. Are you going to use everything all the time? No, because unless you are, you have a whole lot of time in the morning, you may not have time to do a whole lot of forgiveness and then a whole lot of gratitude and then journaling and meditation and visualizing, but maybe 5 minutes each to start, I don't know. But these are just amazing tools that if you do them consistently, if you practice this stuff consistently, it will make a difference in the quality of your life. It's going to make a difference in what you experience in life, what you attracting to your life. It's just going to change your life. And so I will always be talking about adding spiritual practices to your daily life. We have to do the work if we want to get the results. There's just no other way about it. Hi, Fran. Hi, Michelle. Hi, Stephanie. All right. So we are kind of wrapping up this whole purpose and passion thing. Hey, Monica. We talked about, and if you are kind of jumping on for the first time, I invite you to go back. It's been probably, 2 months. And I try to make it as systematic as possible in terms of going through a process of finding your purpose, following your passion, and what it means when you are clueless about what that is for you, or you have some idea but you don't know how to get started, or you have some idea, you have a little, you kind of know what to do to get started, but you get stuck along the way. Or you know exactly what you want to do, you know exactly what you got to do, but you're not doing it. If any of those situations resonates with you, then please look at take some time to go through the series and really look at the process that I have outlined. And it's not my process. I'm BAD and then some, but not I don't create stuff that hasn't been proven, that's not proven scientifically, that's not proven spiritually, philosophically. I look at what the masters have done, have taught us. There's no need to reinvent the wheel. The blueprint is already laid out, right? There are people who are living their best lives all around the world. Not a whole lot, but there are people who are doing it. And there are some principles that have stood the test of time. And so what I do is I look at stuff. I'm a lawyer by trade, and I analyze everything, and I read a lot, and I study a lot, and I have to kind of create a process that makes sense to me, and hopefully it makes sense to you too. So I really what I do is kind of synthesize all the information that's out there, the good information that's out there, the information that's been consistent throughout eons, and I bring it to you in a way that I hope is clear, is concise, and is practical. That is my goal. So I think I said hi, Stephanie, already. Hey, Virginia. Hey, Ray. All right. So I'm just gonna go just kind of repeat a little bit of where we started, right? So we don't really know what our purpose or passion is, or we're getting stuck. We have some ideas. I talked about what to do when you are clueless. What are some of the practices that can start priming that pump so you can start to generate some inspiration? We want inspiration because we want it to come from our higher selves. We don't want to start manufacturing things ourselves. When we do that, it's no bueno. We want things to come from God. We want our desire of the Father, to be God's desires, seeking expression through us. That's the best, right? Because that way we know that it's for our highest good and it's for the highest good of all involved when it's in alignment with God's purpose for us. So that's what we're always looking for. What is God's purpose for me? What does God want me to do in this situation? And so I talked about what you need to do to start to get those ideas. And hopefully if you practiced, if you follow the principles, if you did the homework, you will start to get downloads, I call them. You will start to get ideas, inspirations, that the butterflies in your stomach, I wonder if I can do this. This is what I kind of wanted to do, or this is what I've wanted to do forever, but I've been too scared. You start to get those. And what happens when you start to get those is obstacles and resistance will naturally happen. I talked a lot about resistance, a lot about obstacles, because that's what gets us in the way, right? Procrastination and starting and stopping and all of these things. So I talked about what to look for, what to look out for, and then what to do, how to overcome those obstacles, right? And then I talked about clearing. What are the specific exercises that we can do to start clearing the way, creating space for our higher selves to come forth and to start manifesting. We are in the manifestation business as creators, correct? And so today we're going to move forward in the manifestation business by starting to lay the foundation, right? So we were almost kind of creating the blueprint before, but now we're going to start to lay the bricks for this building that we are constructing, right? The building that God has said, this is what I want you to build. And we need to create the picture for that, yeah? And so I posted earlier this quote from Albert Einstein about imagination, that it's better, that it's better than intelligence. Imagination is like, you remember when you were a kid and, hey sis, you remember when you were a kid in school and you had the construction paper and they gave you scissors and you would use the construction paper to create little designs of people and dogs and flowers? Well, that's what your imagination is. So think about your imagination as the scissors, and the construction paper is your life. So your imagination enables you to create. It enables you to create. More important than intelligence, Albert Einstein, the genius, says. He tells us that it's your imagination to envision is that's what's most important. So for those of us who have had challenges with education, or challenges with systems of learning in the West, they don't really teach you, they just program you. So for those of us that have issues around self-esteem, issues around, am I able to learn, or am I able to grasp information? A lot of us feel some shame around that. Maybe we didn't do so well in school. If you have those issues, just know that what's most important, because there's a lot of folks that didn't succeed well in school, but they are very successful in life, right? So it's not necessarily about the formal education, but your imagination is so key. And so we want to just really focus about, what am I using my imagination with, right? So every day you're imagining stuff. Hey, Myra. Hey, Samantha. Sometimes we use our imagination to create negative scenarios, right? And how do we do that? When we worry, yeah? So anytime I'm worrying about something, I am using my resource, my skill, my tool called imagination to create that which I do not want when I worry. Yes? And so when you are using your imagination to create an outcome that you desire, that's what we want, because you have the ability to choose. You have the ability to decide whether I want to create something positive or create something negative. Most of us are not doing it intentionally. And I even find myself sometimes at night, I'll think about it's called ruminating. Yeah, you think about the conversations that you've had, or you think about a scenario that you have, and you can't go to sleep because you just can't turn it off, and it's just going through your head over and over and over again, and you're tossing and you're turning, and you just want to just take your brain and throw it outside. Does anybody have that experience? So what I'm doing every time I do that is I am worrying, and I am using my imagination to create an experience that I don't desire. And so what I have to do is use one of the tools that we talked about, right? What are the tools that we're using to stop it? So I can get into some meditation. I can say, I can specifically, and this is what I want you guys to do, because you're controlling you. I can ask myself, okay, I don't want to think about this anymore. Well, what do I want to think about? What do I want to think about? And and make a decision. Sometimes you need a default thought, like something that you're going to go to every time you have those negative ruminations. And so And what can happen is, and it happens to me, so I know it's happening to y'all, is I start to think about the thing that I want to think about, and then I go back to that worst case scenario. And I got to stop myself. Okay, Rasheen, is this really what you want to think about? Do you really want this to happen? No, I don't. Well, what do you want to think about? Then I go back again. And it's a process. And so Samantha says, my job has me like that, and it's draining. It is so draining because it feels like you're fighting yourself, right, Sam? And so that's why I can't wait for the retreat, because we are going to be working on how to stop that, how to become present to your body, how to start to meditate. And if you practice it enough times, Samantha, you will find yourself less worrying, less using your imagination for negative things, and start to feel calmer, and then you'll be able to drift off to sleep, all right? And so that's what we're looking for. Hey, Sheila. Hey, Antoinette. Hey, Dawn. Good to see you. Okay, so, put up. So what I would like to do is go through a visualization exercise, and I want to make a few points about that. Number one, see if you can just do some visualization every day, because this is first. This is before the action. You have to see it in your mind's eye before you can do it, right? And so we know, studies tell us, there's no question, there is absolutely, the data is clear, it is consistent, that high performing athletes use visualization all the time. They will in their mind's eye, they will see every play, they will see every move, they will see every counter move. They use visualization. Those high performing chess players and artists, performing artists, these high performing people use visualization as a part of their training to be the best in their field. Yes? So let's do it too, right? Why not? Because I want to be the best in my field, which is the field of life. I want to be successful. So why not use these tools that high performing individuals and athletes and artists use every day to up their game. And so what I would like for you to do is you may not have 30 minutes to go through a deep visualization every day. I get that. But just 5 minutes is going to make such a difference. If you can start Sam, outlining your day in your mind, seeing the outcome that you prefer, seeing yourself respond in a way that you want to respond rather than in a way that you typically respond, seeing somebody who is typically nasty or indifferent or whatever, see them do what they do, but then see yourself responding in a way that you desire to respond. And if you do this over and over again every day, if you see the good that's coming to you, if you see wealth, if you see love, if you see joy, if you see beauty in your mind every day, then it is going to translate into specific actions that will make a difference in your experience. It is proven. We live from the inside out. Life is not happening to you. Life is happening through you. If you're experiencing the same thing over and over again, the reason that you're experiencing it is because you are living it in your mind. You are creating it. It is your imagination that is your creative faculty. It's what gives you the ability to make things happen. So we got to know, we have to be able to use that. We got to use our imagination for our benefit rather than letting it just go willy-nilly and whatever happens, and then we get upset and all this drama for no reason. All right, so we are going to be masters and creators of our lives. We're going to use our imagination every day. Okay, that's number one. Use 5 minutes a day. Number two, you may not believe initially everything that you're imagining. You may not believe that you're going to have this amazing dream job or experience or blah, 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 blah. It's okay. Just start. Start with what's possible. Just start with what's possible to get the engine going and see if in time, because you're doing other things as well, that you're going to catch up to what's possible, because it's possible. Anytime you can, if you can see it in your mind's eye, then you can be it, right? We all know that phrase. So this means that if it's possible, what needs to happen is not that God needs to do it for me, right? So we're not going to keep on praying, God, please this, God, please that. God has said, I've given you everything you need. If y'all don't have it, it ain't because I ain't giving it to you. It's because you are not up to speed with it. You got to catch up to it. It's like you got to develop into this thing that you desire, right? And so it's okay. So that's point number two. It's okay if you don't quite believe all of the elements of it. It's all right. That's okay. I don't have to believe everything right now. I can work myself up to it. All right. This is not a sprint, guys. We are not sprinting here. This is a long distance run. All right. This is a long distance run. We just jogging. Okay. We're just jogging. We're not going to wear ourselves out. Number three, you got to hold on to this vision. You have to hold on to this vision. You have to hold on to this vision. What I mean by that is, hey Shay, that this is what we do. I know you do it because I do it. This is what we do. We get brand new and we want to be like, oh yeah, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to do this. I'm going to buy a house. I'm going to do this, but I'm going to get this job. I'm going to and then a month later, we're like, oh, I don't know if I want to do that anymore. I think I want this instead. And the universe is like, wait. We already started moving things in that direction. Oh, dang. We got to start all over again. So we gotta just have a little patience, you know. It's like you're planting some flowers, and before it gets a chance to bloom, you're already deciding, I'm gonna plant flowers over there and forget this flower. You're not maintaining it, and the thing is gonna die. Listen. This is a download that I just got. Life needs you. It's like the observer effect. All right. So this is it. This is the observer effect. You know what the observer effect is? The observer effect, and you guys look it up. Google, everybody Google the observer effect. The observer effect is, it's like when they look at atoms under a microscope, they appear where you look. It's like it'll move based on the observer. That's how matter works, okay? Hold on. Samantha says, amen, I believe it. I just want it now. I know. We all want it now. And it's possible, but you got to build that muscle. Yeah, it's like, I want to be healthy. I want to run a race, but I may not be able to run in 5.5 flat. I may not be able to do that right now, but I'm working my muscles. All right. So we going to get there. That's just patience. That's all right, babe. All right. And Stacey, this is funny, but true. Okay. So back to the observer effect. So the observer effect says that the observer, you you're the catalyst. You are what is necessary in order to bring something into manifestation. You got to be present to it. You can't be absent. You can't just put it in the ground and then go off and do whatever, and water something else. You have to give what you desire life. You have to give what you desire life, and you give it life when you use your imagination, your attention, your focus. And so we are going to not just plant a seed and keep going. We are going to nurture. We're going to love. We're going to talk to. We're going to flirt with. We're going to have fun with. We're going to say, hi, how you doing today? We're going to befriend it. So we are going to nurture our visualization by doing what, Regine? How can I nurture my visualization? You're going to nurture your visualization by giving it your attention. I tell these kids that I mentor, the most important thing you can do is give somebody your attention. That's the most important. It's better than any resource you have, is to give somebody your attention, because you can't give them love unless you give your attention. So we want to give our dream, our desire, our goals, our attention. And so we're going to do that every day. Every day I'm just going to give you positive. It's kind of like, they talk about plants grow, they do studies, and they have controlled studies, right? And so one plant doesn't get any love and attention, nobody's talking to it, and the other one does, and then the one that does thrives. Don't you know that the same mechanism that allows a plant to grow is the same mechanism that allows your dreams to grow? Don't you know that you are not separate from anything in this universe? You are indeed made of the same atoms, molecules. It's all the same. There's nothing separate. It's all one. It just so happens that you happen to be in a form of a human. The plant happens to be in the form of a plant. Your thoughts happen to be in the form of not visible to you with your eyes. We only see very narrow. We don't see, dogs can see and hear better than we can. So we have very narrow vision, very narrow hearing. We don't have the ability to see and do and all this other stuff. There are more things out there that we are not able to comprehend right now. So what I mean by that is you have to give it your attention. You got to talk to it and love it and spend time with it. Don't just abandon your dreams. You're going to hurt your dreams' feelings. They're going to be like, oh no, I'm not messing with you because you ain't messing with me. All right, you got to check for your dreams. All right. So you get that? We're going to do this regularly. And number 4, that was 3. Number 4 is just keep reminding yourself when you start to have doubts, because you will. It's a natural human. These are just natural human stuff. We want to act like disappointment and failure, I don't even like that word, and things that happen that go awry, we want to act like it's horrible and it means I should stop. It means that it doesn't mean anything. It just, things happen. It could mean that you need to grow some other resource. It means that you need to practice something else. It's all for your good. But if you remember this, that your desire is not my desire. If you don't get caught up in the and get caught up in your feelings about it. If you don't get it, make it so it's about me. If you don't get so personal about it and make it all about you and all get hurt and emotional and all that stuff. But if you remember that my desire is not my desire, it is God's desire seeking expression through me. My desire is not my desire. It is God's desire seeking expression through me. It's God's work that is trying to find an opening through me. So I can chill a little bit. I don't have to be so fanatical about it. And when something that looks like it's not going right, I know God got this. It's all good because God got this. There's a bigger picture in store and plan. It's all good, right? So that should hopefully remind yourself, just take off the pressure a little bit, right? Because we get so like angst about it, so much in control about it. But it's God's bigger plan. I'm a vessel. I'm a vehicle for it. I got to do my job. It don't mean that you got to be totally, just like waiting for it to happen. It still needs you, but there's a balance. Yeah, there's a balance. So that's, if you remember those 4 things as you're using and working through your visualizations, you're going to be fine. Yes. Okay. So that said, let us just breathe. Just breathe, relax, wherever you are sitting, except if you're driving. But if you're just sitting and have the ability to relax, then I would like to invite you to get in meditation pose, which means sitting up straight, back erect, feet flat on the ground. And we're going to take 3 cleansing breaths in. Breathe in. And release. Breathe in. And release. Breathe in. And release. And I want you to just close your eyes if it's not already closed. And just tell yourself, remind yourself that my desires are God's desires seeking expression through me. My desires are God's desires seeking expression through me. I'm a vessel, and I'm here and open and available for God to use me. I'm open to be used by my Creator, by whatever name you wish to call the divine higher self within you. And as you're going through this process, there's some things that are just waiting to be born, to be made manifest in you. Just some things that just wanna live. They want form. They want to be, they want to exist, and they want you to bring it into life. What are those things? What's seeking to be born through you? What are you? Show me. And as you go through this process, you may have words, images, pictures, whatever it is that's coming to mind now. I want you to fast forward to a year from now. It's the end of 2020. Just remember, I am an expression of the divine working through me. And I allowed God to be born and develop whatever gifts, talents, and skills I need. I allowed myself to be used by the divine, by the Creator, by God. What was that? I want to ask you a series of questions, and just whatever comes to mind, hold on to that. Who are you? Who are you? Who are you a year from now? Who are you? What do you like? Describe yourself. What are your traits and characteristics? What did you do? You are a master. What did you do? What was born through you? What was it? What were you proud of? What were you so proud of? What did you accomplish? What did you give? And what did you receive? How did you serve? And how were you served? What did you do? Where did you go? Where did you go? Where did you go? What did you do? Who were you? What did you see? What made you happy? What brought you joy? What made you happy? Who are you? How were you of service? How were you of service? Whatever comes to mind, just know that it is God's desire. It's not my desire, but God's desire seeking expression through me. Picture it. Picture how you look, who was with you, where you were, what you did, how you felt. Picture it. Paint the picture. Be clear. And without kind of breaking your stride, if you can, pick up a pen and paper and just write down everything you saw, everything you felt, everything you experienced. Write it down. Write it down. Keep going. Write it down. If you can't write down anything right now, just try to hold on to that mental picture for as long as possible. And when you get home later today or when you have some time, write it down. If you can't write down now, maybe just pick up your phone when we're done and just record what you saw, who you were, who was with you, what you gave, what you received, what you did. How were you of service? How were you served? Just speak into the microphone and just start talking about What happened? All right, so I'm going to kind of wind down, and we're going to just say thank you. Thank you to the divine within that gives us the ability to express, that gives us the ability to be in alignment, to experience, to live. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right. I hope you enjoyed that. Michelle says, thank you so much for doing this video. It's a big help now. Looking forward to more. Yay, Michelle. Hey, Kay. All right, ladies. I thank you. I thank you for helping me give birth to what is within me. Because if you weren't here, I wouldn't be able to do this. So I need you as well, and I appreciate you, and I will see, you know, how further this goes, because I know that purpose and passion is something that so many of us struggle with. So many of us are in jobs that we don't like, counting the days before the weekend, the end of the year, retirement, and it doesn't have to be that way. There are alternatives. And so I may continue this talk. We'll see. I will definitely let you know next week what comes to me. And if you want to go further, if you have enjoyed these conversations, and if you know that you want more support and help around these spiritual practices, because that's the key to making things happen. It's you know, your success is in your daily routine, right? And so, you know, the retreats that I lead, these are wonderful opportunities to get you into a space of continued spiritual work, a space of gratitude, a space of forgiveness, a space of clarity, so that you can know what's happening. And of course, when we're together and you share some things, I can kind of give you my feedback, and we can talk about it, help you break through some blocks, and so that you can have the clarity to know what your next step is. And then I'm going to give you the courage, help you see the courage that is already inside of you, so that you can take these steps with confidence and courage, because that's what's necessary in order for you to live this miraculous life. You got to believe in yourself, and you got to believe in your capacity to do this thing, but you don't have to do it alone. You do not have to do it alone. In fact, no one who does it well does it alone. And so I invite you to one of my retreats. I have 4 coming up soon. One is next month. That's sold out. Woo! My ladies are so amazing. I cannot wait to lead that sacred journey to Haiti. And then we're going to the Gullah. We're going to have the Gullah experience in June in Savannah. I'm so excited about that. We are going to be creating our own legacy after the legacies of our Shiros, learning Black history in real time in terms of how it's important, not only for who we are as a people, but how it's important to me. How does this impact me? And how do I use that to create a legacy for myself? I'm really excited about that. And then that's June. And then October, we are going to shine. It will be your time to shine in Cartagena, Colombia. It's all about shining, ladies. No more holding back. You are stars. You are stars. And it's your time to shine brilliantly. So we are going to focus on that in Cartagena in October. And we're going to go through all of these blocks. It's getting in the way. All of this stuff is getting in the way. We got to get rid of it so that we can shine. Yeah, we got to clear some stuff. And so we're going to do that in October in Cartagena, Colombia. And then we are going to end the year in Bali in December. We are going to be the feminine goddesses that we are, and we're going to heal and we're going to nourish ourselves in Bali, the land of the healing, right? It's where healing happens, and we are going to really work on our femininity and what that means to be a feminine goddess, how we can be more, use our feminine powers, because we're so masculine in this Western society, you know, because so many of us have been either raised by single moms or had strong single mothers. We really put on this masculine, I gotta do it on my own, I can't do it, I don't need anybody, and it has cost us intimacy, it's cost us softness, and it cost us some stuff. And so we're going to reclaim our femininity in Bali and heal ourselves in a way that that we need to. We just got to heal. And then we're going to start 2020 off right. We're going to do the second annual Renew Your Mind, Body, and Spirit retreat in Costa Rica. And that was such a success for our last retreat a few months ago that we are doing it again. I'm so excited. It's going to be a weekend retreat in Costa Rica where you are going to have the opportunity to start the year off with a vision map. We're going to be doing some vision mapping and goal setting for 2020 so you know exactly what needs to happen for yourself. We're going to clear our physical bodies. We're only going to be eating green, healthy food. Some of the ladies complained and grunted a little bit, but they liked it. They appreciated it, and really just start to kind of get ourselves back on track if we lost track over the holidays, because I know I'll be going in during the holidays, and so I always need a nice refresher for the new year to get my diet back on track. And so that's what we're going to do, and hopefully we can maintain healthy eating throughout the year, right? And then we're going to renew our spirits by doing our daily meditation and doing some restorative yoga. I lead the restorative yoga classes for us, and it's a beautiful retreat. I'm really excited about doing that again. And so I am going to post all of the offerings under here on the link, and you can just check them out and see, you know, something that resonates with you. If you have any questions, you know where to call. I'm so excited. I have 2 sold out retreats so far this year, and June is about to sell out. I only have like 2 or 3 more spaces left, and so I'm just very blessed that you all have enjoyed this journey with me. So let's see. Leonie says, hi Leonie. Hey Tammy. Leonie says, happy to join your live session. I'll replay. Yes, replay it because it was really good, Leonie. So replay it. Hey, Charmaine, and Stacy says it was wonderful to eat clean and healthy in Costa Rica. Yes, Stacy was looking for the sugar, but we were like, no, boo-boo, we don't do that. And so, so yes, was it sugar that you were looking for or salt? I don't remember, but no salt, no sugar. Samantha says she's going to Costa Rica. Woohoo! We will talk about that, Samantha. For sure. It's just the best way to start the new year. It really is. And it's just it's a weekend. So, you know, it's over Martin Luther King weekend. It's awesome. It is an awesome experience. It's all inclusive. Oh, it was the salt, Stacey says. Okay, yeah. So no salt. We don't do salt. I love it. Anyway, so those are the retreat offerings. If you want support to kind of go through this stuff, because it's challenging. You know, this world, it's not set up. You know, Western world is not set up for us to work on our inner selves. It just isn't. So we have to create our own community so that we can live the lives that we desire and we deserve. All right, that is it for me. I will check in with you next week. Are we almost in April? Yes, April is here. Happy spring. Oh, I think I want to do like a spring cleaning or something like that. I've been thinking about that. I don't know. So y'all tell me what y'all want to hear me talk about. How about that? All right, ladies, I love you much, and I will see you next week.